everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. It was absolutely gorgeous out this weekend. I hope you got a chance to go out and play and sit outside and enjoy the warm weather because I did. Okay, so we're going to begin. This week we're going to review the letter E. The letter E is a vowel, so we're going to go over the long sound and the short sound. The long sound is E, and the short sound is eh. So again, this is the letter E. We're going to listen for words this week that have the short E sound in the beginning. For example, I have an elephant. Elephant. It begins with an E. It has the short E sound in the beginning of the word. Another word we might hear this week is egg. Egg. Egg also begins with the letter E, the short E sound. We are also going to listen for short E in the middle of the word, like net. Net. Can you spell net? I think you can. Net. Net. Let's sound it out. N-et. N-E-T. Good job. Do you see short E in the middle of the word? Good job. So let's listen again. We're going to find another word that has short E, that short E sound, in the middle of the word. Nest. N-est. Let's try and spell it. N-est. Did you get it? It's N-E-S-T. It has a blend at the end. Good job. Do you hear the short E in the middle of the word? Nest. Yes, you do. So we're going to work on the letter E. It's just a review. We've already done this letter, but we're going to listen for short E at the beginning, and we're also going to listen for short E in the middle of the word. We're also going to work on some of the vowel sounds. We're going to work on A, E, I, and O this week. So we are going to listen for the middle sound. Here we go. P, I, N. What's the middle sound, boys and girls? Tell your parents. Short I. Very, very good job. How about this one? H, ot, hot. What's the middle sound? Ah. Good job. What about this one? H, N, hen. What's the short vowel sound you hear? Short E. Good job. And the last one, B, at. What's the short vowel sound you hear in the middle? A. Excellent job. So we're going to listen for short E in the beginning of the word and the end of the word. And then we're going to review our vowels A, E, I, O this week. We're going to look for them in the middle of the words. We are going to practice real quick. I'm going to practice making capital E, uppercase E. I say capital or uppercase. And lowercase e. So let me make the lines because I think it's very important to have our lines. Because if we don't have our lines, sometimes it's hard to make our letters. So when we make uppercase E, you need to remember you need to start at the top of the line. You pull it straight down to the bottom line, and then you give it a hat at the top, down the bottom, and cross it on the broken line. So there's uppercase E. In lowercase e, remember, it goes under the broken line. You hit the ball, and go around the bases. There's lowercase e. So we have, I'm going to just do it neat so you can see it. Uppercase E, start at the top, pull it down, cross, put a line on the broken line, and then lowercase e, hit the ball, and go around the bases. So let's make sure we're neat now, boys and girls. There's no reason why we should be messy. And I got to tell you, Friday, when you do your spelling words and your sentences, I am so impressed at how neat all of you have been. It is amazing. If the first grade teachers see that, they're going to say, wow, because that's what Mrs. Young is saying right now. Okay, so that's it for the letter E that we're going to talk about this week. This week, our class story is called Building Beavers. It's about beavers and how they build their home. So I will post the video after this of the story. And I'm going to ask you a question. How do you think beavers build their home? What do you think they use? So before you watch the story, think, what do they use? Where do beavers live? Does anyone know where they live? I know where they live. but do you know where they live? So before you read the story, think. Maybe write some things down. Draw a picture of how you think they build their homes and what do they use to build their homes. So we're going to talk about that. Mrs. Parker's actually going to come on this week, one of the days this week, and do a little lesson on beavers with you as well. Another one of our stories this week is in our Orange Reading Street book. And this week's story is called Jim and Kim. Remember, rip this page out, fold it like a book, circle all your sight words. Okay, boys and girls? And you should be able to read this with no problem to your parents. These are easy, parents, because they're short vowel words. There aren't many long vowels in this. And if there are, they're sight words, so your child should be able to read this with no problem. We're also your independent reading this week. If you go on to that Pearson reading, which you have to go on every day, Max and Jane Go Camping. Now, this book might be a little bit harder. There definitely will be long vowels in this. So there's going to be short vowels and there's going to be long vowels. For example, I can already see one. Here's one, H-I-K-E. Remember what Mrs. Parker taught you about the silent what? E. When there's two vowels in the word, the first one's long and the second one's silent. So hike, H-I-K. Make sure you say the long vowel sound, okay? So that's our story that you should be able to read all by yourself. Now our sight words for this week these are our last sight words. Last sight words, kindergarten. You're going to be all done. Does, eat, and must. So what I would like you all to do is take your sight word books, write your sight words in them, and then guess what? You're done with your sight words for the rest. Well, you're not done with them. You're still going to practice them, but you don't have to write them in your book anymore. And to challenge yourself, you can write does in a sentence, eat in a sentence, and must in a sentence. But this will be our last week of sight words, parents. So then for next week and the following week, all you have to do is just review, and that will be perfect. We are going to talk about telling sentences this week. A telling sentence tells who or what the sentence is about. So I wrote down 2 sentences to show you. The birds picked up the twigs. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the birds. That's right. And what did they do? They picked up the twigs. Excellent job. And the next one is the girl watches the birds. Who's that sentence talking about? It's talking about the girl. Very good job. And what's it telling me? What's the girl doing? She's watching the birds. So again, we're going to talk about telling sentences. Telling sentences tell who or what the sentence is about. Okay, so all week. Now, you're going to have that in your Reading Street book. But parents, in that homework packet that we send out, the Reading Street packet, there's a whole bunch of samples of that so your child can practice with that. They're also going to give you those sentences and they're going to be all scrambled up and you have to put it in the correct order. But boys and girls, remember, when we start a sentence, we always start with the what? A capital letter. And we always end with the what? An ending mark. So make sure you put those on there because I have a feeling those aren't going to be there, okay? So you have to add that to it. All right, so that's a lot. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about is money. This will be the last week with money. Parents, all your children should be able to identify the coin and tell me the value. So a penny, boys and girls, is worth how much? Yell it out loud. 1 cent. Good job. And a nickel, boys and girls, is worth how much? 5 cents. Good job. And a dime is worth how much? 10 cents. Good job. And a quarter is worth how much? 25 cents. Awesome job. All right. So now this week what we will do is we're going to compare coins. Okay. We're going to talk about fair share and coins. And we're going to add money and we're going to subtract money. And then Friday we will have a test. Then after that, we're going to teach you how to tell time next week. So we'll be wrapping up the money lesson. Again, parents, if your child's having trouble, please let us know so we can help them. We'll be Zooming, so we'll be talking to the children in our Zoom meetings and seeing if they know their coins, can identify their coins as well. I think that is it. I think Mrs. Young got everything in. I hope I didn't forget anything. So I will post the story, the Beaver story after this, and I will post the sight words up on there as well. I want everyone to have a great week. I will be back on Friday to give you a spelling test. Don't worry about that. This week our words are going to have short vowels in the middle of the word, so they should be easy. I might have a few blends in there. But that is it. So I think it's going to be a pretty good week this week. So after you do your work, make sure you get outside and get some of that sun and ride your bike or go for a walk, okay? I miss every single one of you. Like I say every day, I love you and I want you to have a great week. Bye-bye.